Oh my goodness. If you're at home, pull those belt straps tight. We have a shootout coming at Talladega.
Yeah, I mean, it's only probably going to be about 3, 4, at most 5 laps.
We had 113 on the docket today. Here's how it unfolded. Chase Elliott to the rear after missing driver intros was starting 14th. And early penalties, Larry, lap 7.
Yeah, Brendan Gaughan in the 62, Eric Almirola in the 98, locking bumpers. You cannot do that. They had to do a pass-through and basically went 1 lap down right there.
One of the most vicious hits you will see here at Talladega. Chris Cockrum taking a hard hit. Joey Gase, an innocent bystander.
The great thing, safer barrier.
Thank goodness both were released from the infield care center, and pit road chaos here. Benny Gordon will squeeze by. What about the 43?
Yeah, Jeb Burton, improper fueling. You can have 2 fuel cans. You just can't have 2 fuel men over the wall before the car gets to the pit box.
Saw Ty Dillon passing his pit box, had to come back through. 29 laps to go. Ryan Reed spins in turn 1. He was a strong car until that point.
Yeah, and Danielle, with this restart, we're going to have about 25, 26 drivers on the lead lap. And trust me, your only friend right now is whoever can help you.
Denny Hamlin has some friends upstairs, Adam Alexander and Michael Waltrip, who will help him call this to the finish. Joey Logano, guys, he's blowing my mind. What a workhorse he's been with a damaged race car all day.
Yeah, I would say this, Danielle. I know it's not easy ever to win a race at Talladega. Talk about Joey Logano. He gets to victory lane today. He will have earned this in every way. And he's going to restart up front with Brennan Poole. The rookie has the race lead for the late restart.
Here's what I need you to do. Keep working on fuel. And then when we get close, I need you to get as much fuel in that pickup as you can here. We're going to get low on fuel here, so make sure that thing's good and full. Keep the RPMs up on it in the fuel line there for me, okay, buddy? 10-4.
That's all we need. You know, we're a rookie. We're out here at Talladega. We're trying to win a race, and now we got to worry about whether I got enough gas or not.
And one extra thing he could do is actually run on the apron in the corners to keep the fuel picked up there. So he doesn't have to necessarily run on the banking. That does make the fuel flow out of that pickup. So that's something that his spotter or his crew chief should mention to him.
And this guy, Joey Logano, he's given us a restrictor plate driving lesson. Just an amazing job of taking a car maybe that isn't at its best and getting it to the front with a chance to win this race.
Well, stats never lie, and the stats say that he is the overwhelming favorite going into this race. His record here is impeccable. He's just showing, and he did it on his own, nearly going from the back of the pack there with 20-something to go to putting himself here with another chance to win.
22 has earned their way to the front today, Matt.
And those stats, 6 of the last 7 races here at Xfinity at Talladega, a top 3 finish. Impressive team effort. 2 different repair jobs, and what a great drive by Joey Logano. He said, tell Dillon to stay up tight to me. Let's work a little bit before he tries to dump me. That way we don't mess up each other.
You're always trying to help someone else work with your agenda. That's the difference. You know, you want them to help you do what you need to do, but then you got to look at a guy like Elliott Sadler, who is going to be all over the back of Brendan Poole. He knows how to win here. He's been up and down a little bit today, but solid all day.
Whoever wins this race is going to have the help from whoever's behind them. We talked about it so many times today. Whatever line forms up the best, and whoever gets that best push is going to end up probably winning this race.
We talk about the Cinderella stories. Brendan Gaughan has never finished a race here. Jeremy Clements just ahead of him. He's in the top 5. That's one of our underdog stories that we love so much. Blake Cook finds himself up in the top 10. Justin Allgaier's been so solid all day long. Chase Elliott started in the back and went to the back after a pit stop. He's had an up and down day, but they're all charged into a position where they can win this race.
I really like Jeremy Clements. He's in 5th. He's 3rd car on the bottom on this restart. He's got some great cars that we saw push themselves up to the front. He's got a great chance to get a great finish, if not a win here.
And when we went to this chase format, it was guys like Jeremy Clements, Ryan Sieg that we immediately thought about it. If you can go to a place like Talladega, pull the upset, still a win, you got a chance to run for the championship. And here's another driver that could get his first career win, Blake Cook. Top 10 at Daytona, and he's top 10 right now with a chance to finish the deal here at Talladega. What a day it's been.
3 wide, got 1 inside, 5 on all day. Hey, boys.
Can't find any car that's worth working with here yet.
Stand in front of me. He got you. I knew it was coming.
You can't ever get up to somebody and push. You don't really know if they want to be pushed.
He's on behind the Chevrolet. I can't get to him. Go get that trophy.
Fun day for the NASCAR Xfinity Series. Only 300 miles. We get 500 tomorrow. Geico 500 for Sprint Cup teams. Your local Fox station, the place to be, 12:30 Eastern Time. The front row there, Chase Elliott, Austin Dillon, both in the hunt here late on a Saturday afternoon in central Alabama. Going to get the restart with 5 laps to go. And how about this? In 9 of the 24 races here, we've had a last lap pass for the lead, including 6 of the last 7.
I'm thinking we're going to go 7 for 8. This race has just been so unpredictable all day long. Guys that have fought their way into contention, we never saw it coming. And look at the cat that's leading us here late.
Only 18 lead changes today. Not a huge number at Talladega. 12 different guys have been out front. We've wrapped up our 5th caution.
Poole elected to take the outside. That's a move I didn't see coming.
I don't know. I think I would have chose the bottom there simply because the way I figured the end of these races is if I have an option to pick the bottom or the top on the last restart. We hope it's the last restart for this Talladega. The yellow line is my friend. I know there's nobody that can go below. So I choose the bottom knowing that I've got the best chance for cars to stay lined up when they're behind me. If you're on the high side here, there's more of a chance for the cars to jump 3 wide high, 3 wide middle, and that messes up your line. That goes back to the whole line conversation. So I personally like choosing the bottom here. It'll be interesting to see how it plays out.
Brendan Gaughan restarts 6th.
Yeah, we're running out of gas. Watch out.
Watch out. That's all he can say because he's going to stay out there to try to finish this race. But that means a lot of our other top competitors, Adam, are going to be low on fuel too.
They're all pushing it. Green flag, 5 laps to settle it at Talladega.
They're all pushing it because it's worth it. You've got to go for it now. Every move is in play. They're going to bump. They're going to push. They just hope they don't lock together. You can see Elliott Sadler just bouncing off of that 22 car.
Yeah, it's just if anybody in that top line jumps out, it's really going to hurt those guys. But
Austin Dillon, big shove for Brennan Poole. Outside lane might pay dividends for the rookie out of Texas.
He's just not going to quite clear. And this is about the 3rd car. Those 4 cars right there, they would stay side by side. All the side drafting going on. But this is about the 3rd car. And now the 3rd car on that inside line is going to make sure that inside line goes forward.
Can't get too big a lead here, right, Denny, if you're Joey Logano?
No, he can't. Now the outside line starts to form back up. So Brendan Poole's going to have a huge run here. What is he going to do with it?
And here comes Sadler on the inside. 4 laps to go.
Oh, he tries to make the inside move, but Joey shuts him down there. Blocks the move. Good move on Joey's part.
Yeah, but a great move by Poole. He had to get to the bottom. He did just that. He's got himself a real shot at putting a slingshot on Logano.
Back with you. Perfect. The 2 has no help yet. 4 to go. Coming to 3 to go. 48 with it. You're clear. They are double wide.
Got 26 cars on the lead lap, and I'm not sure all of them have got a chance to win it, but there's a good 15 or 16 that right now believe they can do what it takes in the final 3 laps to get themselves a checkered flag.
How hungry is Joey Logano? He won this race before. His record's perfect, and he's leading it late.
Oh, we got in trouble.
Jen Burton out of the pack. Caution.
Great save by Burton.
You know what that means? 3 laps to go. By the time we reset everything, we're going to overtime for the 2nd straight week in the Xfinity Series.
What happens in the pack? They were 3, 4 wide.
Just too big of a push there.
He got into the side of Eric Jones. I wonder if Jones might have a tire rub. That was pretty significant contact. And just a great job of driving by Jeff Burton to save that car.
3 to go.
Watch him bump into the side of Jones.
Yeah, it looked like the 43 actually got a little bit light there.
Spinning behind you. Caution's out. Caution's out.
The 43 started getting light, getting a little bit loose. And next thing you know, Brandon was right there on him, and it just turned around when he got into him.
wonder if Jones will come to pit road. Looked like pretty good damage to the right front of the 20 car. Oh, and the left front tire blew out now. There's the damage to Jones's car.
Larry, how are we going to do on fuel mileage? How many green-white checkers can these guys withstand?
Only thing they have going for them, Denny, is the number of cautions. But the problem is, remember, they don't have those electronic fuel pumps in the fuel cells of these cars because we don't run electronic fuel injection. Under caution is where you really stand the issue of running out of fuel because the fuel is running away from the pickup that's in the right rear corner. Once you get up to speed, it's okay, but these caution laps, that's where you stand a chance of running out of fuel. But I think we have enough cautions. Remember, one overtime, hopefully, that we can get there.
And the guys that are in the best position when you talk about their last pit stop, Joey Logano came down at lap 87, Jeremy Clements lap 83, everybody else lap 75 or 76, including Brendan Gaughan, Chris.
Well, Adam, right before we went back to green, we heard Brendan Gaughan say he thought the car was out of fuel. I just checked in with his crew chief, Shane Wilson. He said they definitely did see the fuel pressure drop off, but once they got up to speed, it seemed like everything was fine. Right now, Brendan Gaughan trying to figure out if he's going to have to come to pit lane. Shane Wilson telling him, we think we have 5 gallons of fuel in that car, but if it is stumbling, get it to pit lane.
Let's hear from Jamie Little.
And Danny Stockman calling the shots for the 2 of Austin Dillon. I know you guys waited extra time on pit road to pack it full, but you said that was good for 1 overtime. Are you concerned at all at this point?
No, we're definitely good on fuel. There'll be enough fuel in the car. It's just with as much banking as Talladega has and the front stretch being banked, you get to around 6 gallons of fuel in the car, and it wants to run to the left side. So you got to be aware of that, and then it doesn't want to pick up fuel and you get wrecked from behind. So it's been an okay day. I think we got a shot at it here. With looks like it's going to be a green-white checkered, so we'll give it all we got and try to go get the win.
Well, we'll call that overtime, but good luck to you.
Today's race has had a little bit of everything, Jamie, so I think it's only fitting, guys, that we're going to overtime here at Talladega.
Well, you had to see it coming. These guys have been racing like it was overtime since they threw the green flag earlier this afternoon. But the stories have been so incredible of guys falling to the back and fighting their way to the front. Think about Joey Logano. His team had to repair his roof rail. I want them working on my car. If they can bring a car alive like that by just simply working on the roof, they're pretty special.
Yeah, not only is Joey a great talent behind the wheel, but he's got more fuel and fresher tires than anybody he's racing against. So, like I say, more than likely, I see him picking the bottom lane here like we talked about. And looking at the bottom cars in that lane, he's going to have a huge advantage. So, I like Joey's chances here.
And we also talked about the underdogs. We have one in the top 5. Jeremy Clements is in there fighting for the win of this race. It's given us everything we hoped for.
You said the stats don't lie. Joey Logano, 6 trips to Talladega in the Xfinity Series. Average finish, 1.82 victories. I think he's got a chance. So next weekend is an off weekend for the NASCAR Xfinity Series. In 2 weeks, we're at the Monster Mile.
After a week off, the Xfinity Series returns as we head to the Monster Mile of Dover International Raceway. It's the 3rd Dash for Cash race of the season. Can Eric Jones or Ty Dillon collect another payday, or will another driver capitalize? Find out Saturday, May 14th at 1:30 p.m. Eastern on Fox.
Another Dash for Cash race. That means we'll be giving away $100,000. So we take a look here at the overtime line. Things a little bit different in NASCAR in 2016. It's a 2-lap shootout. We take the green flag. If the caution comes out before the leader gets to that overtime line on that first lap of overtime, we reset them, do it again. And we can do it as many times as we need to. But once the green flag goes in the air and the leader gets past the overtime line, caution comes out, then we freeze the field. And where you are is where you will finish, bidding that you can get back to the checkered flag at a reasonable speed.
It gives us a chance to get a clean restart. We get a clean restart. We get onto the back straightaway, get to that restart line. They've had a chance to race for it, and then the race is official if the caution flag falls.
Elliott Sadler going to restart 3rd here, Chris.
And his crew chief, Kevin Mendring, trying to come up a plan right now with Elliott. Now, you've got your teammate, Justin Allgaier, right behind you there. Do you think be able to work together here on this final restart?
Yeah, I think so. Elliott's done a great job all day, keeping the one main financial Ford Chevy up front. It's going to be a shootout here, the green-white. It's all going to come down this restart. We're happy to have Justin right behind us, and I just want to thank everyone at Junior Motorsports for giving us such a great car.
Elliott Sadler saying he's going to drive the wheels off it.
Chris, we're going green next time around. It's overtime at Talladega. Aerial coverage today provided by Goodyear. Superior performing tires to face challenging conditions on the track and on the road. Goodyear, the official tire of NASCAR. How much anxiety in the 22 camp, Matt?
Boy, you talk about the work they have done, all coming to fruition here for a shootout, and he chose the bottom, preferring to work with Elliott Sadler.
Yeah, he's always enjoyed working with Elliott. Seems like they work really well together. It's been pretty amazing to watch Joey get back up to the front here after everything we fought through. So at this point, I'm just a spectator trying to enjoy the show.
Logano said, look for hand signals here on the restart.
Logano has plenty of experience. Behind him, Elliott Sadler, plenty of experience. But in that outside lane, Brennan Poole, Jeremy Clements, they're not accustomed to being in this position very often.
No, but look at the second, third, fourth, fifth. These are all guys that can lock themselves into the new Xfinity Chase by getting a win here today. So short of Joey Logano not winning, we have a chance to lock our guy in.
I love that. I also love the fact that a couple of guys that we knew would be factors are right there fighting for it. And then you have the underdogs that are there as well. And Adam, so much can happen on this overtime. You can come from 10th place and win this race. Guys get to pushing and shoving and get out of control.
How long does it take these cars to get up to speed here?
It'll take a full lap for sure. I'd say probably coming off turn 4 right here is when they're, after they take the green is when they're going to be wound up full songs. But I tell you, this is shaping up to be pretty exciting. I've never been so nervous not to be driving a race car.
You say Logano, right, Hamlin? You like Logano?
Like Logano.
Where are you going, Michael?
I'm going to go with Elliott Sadler. I think he pushes him and sweeps around him and wins the race.
It's time for overtime at Talladega, sponsored by Credit One Bank. Logano and Poole on the front row.
I tell you, if Brennan Poole here if he ever gets a chance to get down in front of that 22, he's got to take it.
He's getting a great push by Jeremy Clements. Every one of these drivers know that a berth in our chase is up for grabs.
And you can't lock bumpers. You got to pay attention to that here.
Yeah, it looks pretty locked, but NASCAR is going to have to make that call. You can see the big run on the outside. Here comes Jeremy Clements.
We got a word from NASCAR. Restart is under review.
Go low. Oh.
Those are teammates down there. The 1 of Elliott Sadler, the black 7 of Justin Allgaier. Restart is good, according to NASCAR.
Look at Logano make those moves. He's so good at just anticipating when he needs to move to the high lane. He does it perfectly there. He's got the lead.
We've gotten past the overtime line. If the caution comes out now, this race would, in fact, be over. We'd freeze the field.
I'm telling you, we haven't seen the last of this outside line. They're going to make a run. Here we are, coming to the white.
1 lap to go. Logano out front.
You remember Elliott Sadler was right there trying to win at Daytona. He finds himself in that position here at Talladega as well.
Here comes Brennan Poole. He's going to have a huge run. He's to the outside of the 1 of Elliott Sadler. Is he going to get the push from the 51? Is the 1? Oh, this is going to hurt the 22. Here comes the 48.
Sadler down below the line, slides back up in front of his teammate Justin Allgaier.
He got out there. He got out there. Stay on with the 1. It's okay.
The 48 has got to stay close, tight to the 22 here to have a chance.
Bounce you out. You're clear. Stay in like that. Stay in like that. The 1 bounce you out. Now watch it.
How did Elliott Sadler get back on the road and not lose any ground? He's going to have a chance to win this race.
If he pulls high.
Joey Logano gets turned. Elliott Sadler drives through. They're crashing big time at the line. Poole, first career win at Talladega.
How about that for Brennan Poole? And a big hit from Blake.
Huge crash. Joey Logano with damage. The same for Blake Cook. Wow.
Oh, what a finish.
The 22 just went to block the 1 a little too much, lost control. What a great win for Brennan Poole.
26 1,000ths of a second.
That's so great. That's how much emotion these drivers have.
Unbelievable.
I mean, he's worked his whole life for this moment to win on the main stage of NASCAR in the Xfinity Series. What a great feeling for this kid.
We can officially call this race an upset, no doubt about it.
Awesome job, Tyler.
Oh, man, that's just...
Did a hell of a job on the car, guys. Nice work. We're top of the pile, they ain't said any different.
Oh, I'm so glad to see Joey's okay. That's a big hit.
What an amazing finish. I mean, you think Elliott Sadler down the back straightaway, he gets squirrely, has to go below the line,
I thought he was
check
done.
up, done. But that inside line prevailed. He got hooked onto the 22. He pulled out the 22, went to block, and man, chaos ensued.
You saw Blake Cook there out of his car, and that's a great scene because he had a hard hit coming across the start-finish line as well. Let's go back and see how it all unfolded coming back to the checkered flag.
There it is, just about a nose. Heck, that's a big margin of victory, right, Denny Hamlin? You won by, what 2 inches in Daytona?
It is, but look at this. I mean, just chaos coming to the start-finish line.
Watch this move Elliott Sadler makes. He does everything perfectly. He goes high, he fakes high. That's where Logano goes. He loses control of his car.
Yeah, you cannot blame that on Elliott Sadler. No doubt. He went to go high, the 22 blocked, so he changed it, and he says, all right, I'm going to go low. And it just pulled the air off the 22 right there. The 22 wrecked.
Third first-time winner we've had in the history of Talladega Superspeedway in the NASCAR Xfinity Series.
What a great job by Elliott Sadler. Crashed on the back straightaway, but yet vying for the win on the front. Just gets pushed low and can't keep his momentum up to win the race.
How about Jeremy Clements with a third-place finish? Great run for that team.
And Justin Allgaier, so close to victory last week at Richmond, and then again this Saturday afternoon in Alabama. Such a shame for Blake Cook. He just was in a position there was nowhere for him to go.
See Allgaier? It looked like he was just dirt tracking it, sliding up the racetrack into Poole.
Staying in the middle, staying with the one, don't let it slip to the outside. Staying with him, trail up, trail up, trail up, trail.
Lights out.
All they can do is a wreck you.
Yeah, it's such a vulnerable spot. Anytime there's push drafting going on, when you're up front, you are so vulnerable to being pushed around by the person behind you, and that's exactly what happened.
Watch Elliott. A great move to the outside. We're going to block you there. I got to go low. Elliott Sadler did everything he had to do to win this race.
Stay top. Come to the checkers. Come to the checkers. We'll see the review, but we should have got it right there, man. Nice work. Hell yeah. We'll get an official review. Just hang tight. Hang tight.
As did Joey Logano. He was trying to win that race. Both those guys were just racing.
NASCAR is still reviewing the finish, and they will have all of our angles at their disposal to confirm that it was the 48 at the start-finish line. Unofficially, we had the margin of victory at 26 one-thousandths of a second, so just over 2 100ths. And I think about Brennan Poole out of the Woodlands, Texas. Spent a lot of time on the short tracks out west.
Yeah.
Ran in ARCA, and when he didn't have a ride, was going to the track, working in the shop, doing anything he could do to stay around the sport. Got this opportunity last year. Brought over his sponsor, DC Solar. And it appears he's in victory lane for the first time in his career.
They won't give him the checkered flag, Adam. He sat down at the start-finish line. Say, please, can I just have it? I know I won this race. Let's see what the video shows here.
What would you anticipate they're looking at? Because I never saw the caution lights come on, and the only thing I can think of is that NASCAR would have deemed the caution lights came on before they got to the start-finish line, and Poole was not leading at the time of caution.
That's possible.
But I didn't see the lights come on. Logano's okay. He gave it his all. He gave it everything he had. He did what he had to do to win the race, and he just came up short.
The other thing, it's obvious here that Brennan Poole beats him. But the only thing I would say is are they looking at all the video of the last couple of laps to see if anybody was locking bumpers in that scenario?
Yeah, we saw a lot of it going on. We saw it happen at Daytona. It was like the end of the race. There was, it was very borderline, all the pushing that was going on. But, gosh, I think the whole field was doing it there probably the last few laps.
So the wait, it lasts a little longer for Brennan Poole.
It's going to make the moment so much special.
Right as they were saying, put it out, and we were ahead of them. We were ahead of them for, Pit exit on. 10-4. I mean, it seemed like I had half a car on them, so.
Yeah, we actually see the one actually sitting at the start-finish line as well. You know, maybe he thinks he has a shot. It is, you know, I'd like to see a shot of when that caution came out or when the lights came on and kind of sync that with what car was out front.
Because it was Elliott Sadler that was behind Joey.
There's no way to explain what Brendan Poole's feeling like right now, just waiting for what he was sure was a victory here at Talladega.
Here's Elliott Sadler team radio.
The yellow was out. We were the leader. He won that, right? They've not told us. They've not made a decision. You were the leader at the restart zone, I can tell you that.
But I never saw in any of our replays a definitive look at the lights coming on. Did you see it, Mike? I didn't notice it.
I didn't either, but that's Brett Griffin. He's Elliott Sadler's spotter, and he's got a big view of the speedway. We're here in the booth. We can see what's on the screen, and we did not see the yellow flag fly. Brett Griffin was sure that he did, so it'd be interesting to hear what NASCAR says.
I wasn't looking for it. I was just so amazed by the finish.
What I was seeing.
Yeah, I didn't know. I mean, the caution for sure came out. It's just, when was it?
And what you would do on a final lap, caution comes out, you freeze the field, and whoever is out front.
Yeah, and they make it very clear in our drivers' meeting that they use every piece of evidence that they go off of loop data, they'll go off of video and everything. So they have a lot that's going to transpire here.
There's the caution. Here's Elliott Sadler. Watch for the caution light to come on. Elliott Sadler wins it at Talladega.
Unbelievable.
How about that?
The birthday boy, Mike.
Wow, that is so special.
You love it for him. You hate it for Brennan Poole.
Wow, that's hard.
And a great job by NASCAR. They said they use every piece of evidence they can find to determine the winner on the last lap. Elliott Sadler was clearly ahead when the caution happened.
I'm so happy for Elliott. I mean, he scratches and he claws in this series to you know, continue to make championship runs every single year. His consistency is unmatched by anyone else. But I tell you what, a victory for him here, I guarantee you he's going to say it's up there on his list.
For the second straight week, we went to overtime in the NASCAR Xfinity Series. And what a thriller it was here in Alabama. Let's take you through it. Good jump out front for Logano, and Sadler hung right with him. And what's amazing is on that final lap, he got shot down below the double yellow line, and I thought it was over for him.
When I looked up and he was coming for trying to fight for the win, I was shocked. I thought he was out of the race on the back straightaway. These cars are just clobbed together, everybody pushing for everything they can get, and Justin Allgaier turns Sadler sideways right here. Watch this move he makes. How does he hang on to the car and still stay in contention? There he goes. But here he comes.
And all the while, look at that outside lane. Brennan Poole hanging tight and getting help from Jeremy Clements, who got his career best finish here today unofficially. So here they are to the white flag. And this is when business really picked up because, as you said, Denny, now these guys are at full song. They're back to full speed here.
Absolutely. And the push drafting and the bump drafting is at a max. Everyone's, you know, I really like, you know, how the outside line there stuck together. You know, the 51 didn't, you know, he didn't shoot to the outside or the inside of the 48. He stuck with them, and that gave them a chance to win this race.
And everything that Logano is doing right there, Adam, is exactly what he did coming through the tri-oval. He moved to the high side. He moved to the bottom. He was blocking. He was doing what he needed to do to win the race. And when they broke free coming to the tri-oval, that's exactly what he continued to do. Block Elliott Sadler. He knows Sadler's going high. He goes there, and he tries to go low and loses control. An amazing job by Sadler just to hang on to that car. He wrecked twice in overtime and won the race.
If you look back to Daytona, this is not much different. The only difference is the front two didn't crash. But Joey was doing exactly what he had to do there to try to win the race. He had to try to block the one. It just didn't work out for him.
And by that much, Elliott Sadler, a winner over Brennan Poole at Talladega. What a day it was, and the birthday boys got the checkered flag. It's all over at Talladega Superspeedway for the NASCAR Xfinity Series. Elliott Sadler, a winner, and he's in victory lane. Jamie Little.
The wait is over. The drought is over. It has been 2 years. Elliott Sadler on a new team. Dale Earnhardt Jr., your boss man, standing here waiting to talk to you. What does this moment mean for you?
People don't know how hard it is to win these races, and it's very emotional. Dale Jr. gave me a great opportunity to come with me. I got one heck of a race team. We have so many people here today from One Main. Longest running sponsor in this series, an Xfinity Series. They stood behind us through thick and thin, and man, we're enjoying it here today. I'm so happy they're here. A great birthday gift to me. What beats anything is my wife and kids are here with me. So, man, we needed this win, and so proud of me. I told everybody this morning, we got the car to win it with, and things went our way, had a little luck, and we were able to make it at the end.
Seeing how emotional you are about this, what were those last moments like, from the nudge to Joey Logano to waiting to know if this was yours?
Well, I had my plan kind of made up what I was going to do. So try to go to the outside of Joey. He made a great block, and I went back to the inside, and then I just held it straight. And I've had some races where I've done some good driving, and some I've probably done some bad, but I feel like it was one of the best saves I ever made through the grass to keep it straight. And just can't believe we have so many people from One Main to enjoy this with us, and they stood behind us. And for us to make it a victory lane here at Talladega, it's been 2 years. I get one of those stickers they put on my car that you always want. We're in the chase this year. So proud of Kevin, everybody's race team, and to Dale and Kelly and everybody at Junior Motorsports. Thank you all so much for giving me this great piece, and I'm having so much fun this year. It's great.
Happy 41st birthday. Celebrate with your kids. They're waiting patiently to give Daddy a big hug and kiss. Chris?
Well, for a moment there, Brennan Poole thought he was the winner of the race, and then a minute later, it's taken away. What were the emotions? You thought you won, and then you hear that Elliott Sadler gets the win.
Yeah, it's just really cool to be able to have an opportunity to win. I thought we were way to the good, but just how it is. But congrats to Elliott. He's a former late model stock guy like myself, so cool to see him win. But yeah, we're just a little short. The car was great, man, all day. We were right there. It's a lot of fun racing with Joey and Elliott and all these guys. It's awesome. Thanks to Clements for pushing me there at the end and getting us in that opportunity to win. So just really proud of these guys. What an awesome day.
Yeah, still a great finish.
It took a photo finish, but Justin Allgaier walked me through that final lap.
It was crazy. You know, it never fails at Talladega here. It always comes down to that last little stretch coming to the checkered. And great job by everybody at the shop, JRM, to have Elliott win, to have us finish second. The Hendrick engine department. I mean, we had strong engines in the chassis shop. You know, it was just a good race. I mean, our Breyers Ice Cream Chevy was really good. We just bided our time, and TJ Majors, my spotter, was trying to constantly push me through the field. And I knew we had a shot at it at the end there, but, you know, it's just a matter of wanting to push but not being able to technically hook bumpers and push. And I wanted that one really bad, but all in all, huge day for us at Junior Motorsports. Can't thank Xfinity Comcast enough for all they do. All of our partners at Junior Motorsports, Brandt, Professional Agriculture, Tax Slayer, Hellman's, Breyers, Swap for Men, Chevrolet, everybody that's a part of this program. After last week, this is good redemption.
Thank you, Justin.
We talked a lot in 2016 about the strength of Joe Gibbs Racing, and rightfully so. You guys have been strong, but Junior Motorsports now, 3 wins in 9 races. They've gone back-to-back, and they were 1-2 today.
Well, I think we saw this Elliott Sadler victory coming. He has been very strong week in and week out. We know how good he is at Talladega. We saw it coming all the way up until the checkered flag when we thought that Brennan Poole was our victor, but we heard the words from the spotter. We heard from Brett Griffin. He said at the moment of caution, we were the leaders of the race. We should be the winner, and that turned out to be the case.
Well, Brett was on it. We weren't on it as much as Brett was, because I was too, looking at the finish, I was like amazed at how crazy it was. But what a pro Brendan Poole was as well in his interview. I mean, congratulating Elliott on his win. Brendan's going to get his win. We definitely feel like it in the Xfinity Series, but great win for Elliott on his birthday. That's a great birthday gift. You got a shot to do that maybe tomorrow.
Well, darn, I got in the race today on my birthday. I'll give it a try. You know what I love about Poole? You're right, Denny. That was a classy interview. He could have been sour grapes about having that victory taken away from him. He understood, but I think the main thing, he knows a win's coming. That team is doing well. He's a fast driver. He could be a story here before too much longer.
Great having you here today, Denny. Help this guy in the draft tomorrow. You guys have some fun,
that.
all right?
All right,
I can do it. 12:30 Eastern on Fox. What a fun day here at Talladega, Danielle.
Yeah, Adam, before Mikey straps in, a birthday celebration with Elliott Sadler. It's all good for both birthday boys here on Fox, Larry. If some foreshadowing, perhaps, in the pre-race show, we heard Elliott talking about the high and highs and the low of lows that you can experience here at Talladega.
And we talked about one high he wanted to leave here with, and that's ending that 65-race winless streak. Yeah. And now, as he said, I get to put that sticker on my car. He joins Eric Jones as a part of the chase.
Junior Motorsports, they doused their crew chiefs Monday at the shop. Kevin Mendering, get ready. You just witnessed a wild finish at Talladega. We'll be talking about this one for quite some time. We go to overtime, Larry, and it ends under caution.
Yeah, I mean, you can say blocking was going on, you can say shoving, but the biggest thing was going on is the checkered flag was waving for these drivers. You see Logano moved up. He did get pushed a little bit right there, and right about here is going to be the moment of caution. You see the yellow light. I'm not going to say that's right. I'm not going to say that's wrong. I question why we didn't let them race it to the end right there.
NASCAR reviewing every angle they had, ending under caution. They give the win to Elliott Sadler. Let's go downstairs to Chris Neville, who's standing by with Jeremy Clements.
Jeremy Clements with his best finish ever in the Xfinity Series. Jeremy, what a wild last lap. Talk us through that.
It's pretty exciting, isn't it, man? I was sitting here watching the replay. All I know, I was pushing the 48. We made a deal with them. I was going to push them until we got over here, and then I was going to try to pass them. But, you know, we got a good run, and we kept coming. And, man, we finished third. I got to thank Kevin Whitaker Chevrolet, BRT Extrusions, RepairableVehicles.com. Hope everybody checked out the race on Xfinity X1 Sports app, and thanks for all they do.
Congratulations. Great run.
Thank you, guys.
Impressive top 5.